You're not broke. Let me say that again with power. You are not broke. You're not cursed. And you're not stuck. You're simply one mindset shift away from a completely different reality. A reality where money flows, bills are paid with ease, and opportunities open like never before. You've been told a lie. You've been conditioned to believe that your bank account defines you, that what you see today is what you'll always see. But I am here on the advancing channel to shatter that illusion. Because here's the truth. Wealth is not something you chase. It's something you attract by who you become. You don't have to sell your soul. You don't have to overwork yourself into the ground. You don't need to beg or plead. All you need is the right shift. And when you make it, everything changes. Let's get something clear. You're not broke because of your job. You're not broke because of your background, your age, your education, or your location. You feel broke because your mind has been trapped in a cycle of lack. You've been thinking broke. You've been talking broke. You've been feeling broke. So naturally, that's what life has been reflecting back to you. But the moment you stop identifying as a broke person, the moment you stop accepting scarcity as your identity, you begin to rise. Most people wait for the money to come before they feel rich. But I'm telling you, the shift happens before the breakthrough. Your life changes after you change your mindset, not before. Right now, the wealth you desire, the money, the freedom, the lifestyle already exists. It's not a fantasy. It's not a dream. It's waiting for you. It's sitting in what Abraham Hicks calls vibrational escrow. It's being created the moment you asked for it. The moment you said, I want to pay my bills with ease. I want to be free. I want to live without financial stress. The universe said, granted. But here's the thing. You must match the vibration of that reality to receive it. Imagine tuning your radio to 88.5 FM. But the song you want is playing on 101.7. You won't hear the song. Not because it doesn't exist, but because you're not on the right frequency. The same is true for wealth. If you're vibrating lack, fear, doubt, and desperation, you will block the very thing you've been asking for. But when you shift into certainty, gratitude, belief, and abundance, that's when money comes. That's when the shift happens. And that shift starts with you. Let me ask you something real. How do you talk about money? Do you find yourself saying things like, I can't afford that, I'm broke, I'll never get ahead, money doesn't grow on trees, these bills are killing me? If that sounds like you, understand this. Your words are planting seeds. And every time you speak those words, you're watering the seeds of poverty. You're not just describing your reality, you're enforcing it. Let the poor say, I am rich. Even if your wallet feels light, speak abundance. Even if the bills are piling up, declare prosperity. Because when you speak differently, you think differently. And when you think differently, you become different. You align with the energy of success. So stop saying, I'm broke. Instead, say, money is on its way to me now. I'm becoming more abundant every day. I always have more than enough. And say it with conviction. Feel it. Believe it. Live it. That's how the shift begins. Here's what separates those who stay broke from those who break through. It's not hard work. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's how they think. A person with a scarcity mindset will say, there's never enough. It's hard to make money. I don't want too much. It's greedy. Rich people are corrupt. But someone with a millionaire mindset says, there's more than enough for everyone. Money flows easily to me because I create value. I deserve to be wealthy. The more I have, the more I can help others. And here's what's wild. Both people live on the same planet. Both people may have the same job, same background, same education, but their realities are night and day. Because your mindset is the magnet. The scarcity-minded person repels wealth, even if it knocks at their door. The abundance-minded person attracts wealth, even when it seems unlikely. So I ask you, what kind of mindset are you feeding today? Let's go even deeper. Sometimes it's not your fault. You were raised in a home where money was always tight. You were taught to be afraid of money, to see it as a source of pain, not possibility. Maybe you heard, we can't afford that. Money is evil. People like us don't get rich. Rich people are crooks. And you believed it. It became your subconscious programming. So now, when money starts to come in, you sabotage, you shrink, you reject the very abundance you've been praying for. But here's the good news. You can break free from those chains. You are not your past. You are not your environment. You are not your bringing. You are a powerful creator. You are a conscious being. And today, you can make the decision to rewrite your money story. You don't have to accept lack as your fate. You can choose wealth. And when you do, your entire world will shift to match that choice. Now let me challenge you, advancing man. Let me challenge you, advancing woman. Because the truth isn't always comfortable. Are you someone who only wants to receive but never gives? Because if so, that's part of the block. Giving and receiving are two sides of the same coin. You cannot demand from the universe what you're unwilling to release. That doesn't mean you have to give away all your money. It could be a kind word, a helping hand, sharing your gifts, uplifting someone else. When you circulate your energy, life circulates it back to you. But if you hoard, if you fearfully hold on, if you never pour into others, then you're vibrating lack, and lack multiplies. But generosity opens the floodgates of abundance. And when you give cheerfully, you're telling the universe, I have more than enough. And the universe always agrees with you. Let me say it loud and clear for those in the back. Wealth is not paper. Wealth is not coins. Wealth is not zeros on a screen. Wealth is a vibration. And when you tap into that vibration, when you truly feel wealthy on the inside, the outside will reflect it. That's why some people win the lottery and lose it all. They didn't shift their vibration. They were poor on the inside, so the money had nowhere to stay. But a person who's wealthy within, you could take it all from them and they'd rebuild it. Because they don't depend on money. Money depends on them. And that's where you're headed. You are becoming the kind of person who doesn't chase money. You attract it. You don't beg, you command. You don't wait, you prepare. You're shifting into a new vibration. One that wealth cannot ignore. Your feelings are magnetic. That means every time you complain about money, you're attracting more reasons to complain. Every time you say you're broke, you're pushing wealth away. And the truth is, it's not just about affirmations. It's about emotion. What you feel deep in your core is what you manifest. So the work begins inside. You must feel wealthy now. Not someday, not later, but now. Walk with that energy. Make decisions from that energy. Say yes to opportunities with that energy. Because when your internal state changes, your outer world catches up. There are people living in mansions who feel poor. And there are people in humble apartments who feel rich. Why? Because wealth is not about what you have. It's about what you are. When you become abundance, abundance has no choice but to come to you. Don't let the temporary state of your bank account trick you into thinking you're stuck. Don't confuse your current location with your final destination. You are on the verge of a breakthrough, but you must become the person who receives it. The old version of you, the one who accepted lack, who feared money, who spoke down on themselves, that version is fading. You're being called higher. You're being stretched into a new identity, one that owns their power, one that walks in faith, one that says, I deserve to live well. I deserve to have overflow. I deserve to help others, not from a place of survival, but from a place of abundance. And that starts with a shift. It's a mental shift, a spiritual shift, a vibrational shift. And it doesn't take years. It can happen in a moment. One decision, one realization, one affirmation spoken with truth and belief. That's all it takes to change the course of your life. You don't need a miracle. You just need to remember who you are. You are a divine being. You are connected to infinite source. You are not separated from abundance. You are a channel for it. When you understand that, everything you've been asking for begins to flow. Not because you begged, not because you hustled harder than everyone else, but because you aligned, because you shifted. And that's exactly what's happening right now. You've already started the shift, even if you don't fully realize it yet. Just by listening, just by opening your heart to a new way of thinking, you've begun the process. You're no longer completely attached to the idea that you're broke or stuck or doomed to financial struggle. Now you're becoming aware of something deeper, a truth that was always there, but buried beneath doubt, fear, and programming. And the moment you awaken to it, you're already rising. So now what? How do you continue to shift? How do you lock in this new frequency and become a match for the wealth that's been waiting for you? It starts with identity. You must begin to see yourself as the person who already has what you've asked for. Not in the future, not someday, but right now. The most powerful creators in the world don't wish for things. They assume them. They assume the role. They assume the outcome. And when you assume a thing long enough, you become it. If you want to be wealthy, start acting, thinking, moving like someone who is. No, that doesn't mean spending recklessly or pretending to be something you're not. It means carrying the energy of confidence, clarity, and power. It means no longer begging life to give you what's already yours. When you walk into a room, you don't shrink. You walk in knowing, I am abundance, I am value, I am someone with something to offer. And because of that, opportunities find you. Money follows you. The right people are drawn to you. This is what most people never learn. Wealth is not about chasing. It's about magnetism. Chasing implies lack. Magnetism implies overflow. And you're becoming magnetic. You're becoming a vibrational match for what you desire. Because you're no longer talking yourself out of it. You're no longer listening to voices, internal or external, that tell you you're unworthy. You've stopped letting your past mistakes define your financial future. You've stopped assuming you have to struggle just because that's what your parents did. And this right here is a powerful shift. Now, let's talk about inspired action. Because while mindset is everything, action still plays a role. But this isn't hustle and grind action. This isn't work yourself into the ground action. This is action that flows from alignment. Inspired action feels good. It's purposeful. It's intuitive. And it creates results that look like miracles to others. Maybe for you, it's finally starting that business. Maybe it's making that call, applying for that opportunity, selling that product, writing that book, offering that service. Whatever it is, when you're aligned, the right ideas come, and the energy to act on them follows. And here's the truth. When you act from a place of faith instead of fear, everything moves faster. Doors open faster. Connections form faster. Results come faster. Why? Because you're not second guessing yourself every step of the way. You're not asking, what if it doesn't work? Instead, you're saying, it's already done. You're not begging the universe, you're co-creating with it. You're not in survival mode. You're in creation mode. That's the power of inspired action from an abundant mindset. And now we go deeper. If you really want to anchor this shift, you must release resentment around money. You have to forgive. Forgive the money you lost. Forgive the people who took from you. Forgive the bad decisions, the missed chances, the mistakes. As long as you're carrying guilt or shame around money, it will avoid you. Money wants to be in a place or space of peace, not punishment. You can't hate your past and create a beautiful financial future. So let it go. Say it out loud if you have to. I forgive myself. I forgive my financial past. I release the shame. I release the fear. I am free to receive. And now, let's speak about gratitude. Gratitude is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. If you can't be grateful for $10, don't expect to attract 10,000. Gratitude tells the universe, yes, this is good. Give me more. It amplifies the energy of abundance. So even if it's small, appreciate it. Every dollar that comes your way, every opportunity, every lesson, every unexpected blessing, celebrate it. Thank the Most High for it. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Feel it. And you'll begin to notice money loves a grateful heart. Now listen to this closely. Some of you have been doing all the right things. Affirming, visualizing, working, but you still feel stuck. You still feel blocked. And here's why. You haven't yet shifted your identity. You're still acting like someone trying to get rich instead of someone who already is. And until that shift happens, you will keep spinning your wheels. That's why identity work is so important. Who are you at your core? Who are you becoming? Can you close your eyes and feel like a wealthy person? Can you breathe like one? Think like one? Love like one? Because the version of you who is wealthy, who is living the life you desire, already exists. In the quantum field, all versions of you exist. The poor version, the wealthy version, the afraid version, the bold version, the sick version, the healed version. Which one you experience depends on which one you align with. That's why I say you're one shift away, one shift in identity, one shift in belief, one shift in expectation. Let's make this practical. Each morning, when you wake up, before you check your phone, before you react to the world, I want you to close your eyes and ask, what would the wealthy version of me do today? Then listen. Maybe that version would speak kinder to themselves. Maybe they'd reach out and offer value. Maybe they'd finally start that business or invest in themselves or say no to the things that drain them and then do it. Embody it, step into it, day by day, thought by thought. That's how you become. And there's something else that matters, your circle. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Are they constantly talking about lack, scarcity, struggle, and fear? Or are they speaking abundance, ideas, growth, and solutions? Because energy is contagious. If you're serious about your shift, you may have to spend less time around certain people. Not because you're better than them, but because you're becoming something they're not ready for. Protect your energy. Limit your exposure to doubt and negativity. Feed your spirit with content, conversations, and connections that expand you, that inspire you, that confirm your abundance, not your limitation. You're not meant to just survive. You're not meant to just get by. You're meant to thrive, to live fully, to overflow, to be a blessing. And that's why wealth matters, not for status or ego, but because of what you can do with it, how you can help your family, how you can impact others, how you can create freedom. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't give what you don't have. So don't let anyone shame you for wanting more. It's not selfish to desire overflow. It's spiritual. It's natural. And it's your birthright. Let me speak directly to your spirit now. You are not unlucky. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are in transition. You are being prepared. Everything you've gone through, the struggle, the pain, the waiting, it's been shaping you. It's been refining your vision. It's been teaching you who you are and what you're capable of. The delay was not denial, it was preparation. And now you're stepping into the next chapter. The chapter where money flows easily, where ideas turn into income, where you walk into rooms confident and calm, where wealth becomes your new normal. And the beauty of it is, you don't have to force it. You don't have to stress. You just have to align. Return to the truth. Return to the knowing that you are worthy, that you are powerful, that you are connected to infinite source. You don't create money. You allow it. You align with it. You open the door and let it in. So here's what I want you to remember as you move forward. You're not broke. That was an illusion. You're not unlucky. That was a misunderstanding. You're not stuck. That was a story. You are wealthy. You are rising. You are shifting. You are advancing. And now, all that's left to do is walk in that truth. Speak from that truth. Make decisions from that truth. Because the version of you who is financially free, peaceful, generous, and thriving, it's already here. You don't have to become someone else. You just have to stop pretending you're not already powerful. So as you go about your day, I challenge you, start acting like it. Start affirming it. Start expecting it. Expect the breakthrough. Expect the raise. Expect the clients. Expect the miracle. Expect the shift. Because you're not broke. You're just one shift away from massive wealth. And the shift has already begun. As we're here in nature, I'm here amidst the trees, a bees flying by. I can hear the birds singing in nature. It's beautiful out here in nature, and I send you good vibes. I send you loads of positive energy. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to reading your comments. Thank you so much for your support of this advancing channel. My name is Mantius, and I am saying one love. God bless, and all the best.